Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Stephanie. Today I'm going to be talking about how I had a baby and went from looking like this to looking like this and lost all of the baby weight, a total of 50 pounds. 50? Yeah, roughly 50 pounds. All about how I did it. So I'm just going to jump right into this. So basically, first and foremost, the one thing that I think played a big part in, sorry, my camera's all weird, that played a big part in my weight loss was that I made a huge diet change. And now before I express what it is, I'm going to be completely honest and say that this by no means means that you're going to drop weight by doing this, or this is a way to lose weight. I'll get into it. So, first and foremost, in August of 2017, my son was a month old. I decided to cut meat out. I went completely vegetarian. That did play a big part in my weight loss, but not because I cut out meat, because you can obviously have a very healthy, balanced diet and still lose weight being a meat eater. That has nothing to do with it. I'm going to disclaim that right now. I'm not saying that you have to be a vegetarian to lose weight or that you're going to lose weight as a vegetarian. The thing of it is, me cutting meat out, what it did for me was it didn't make me turn to more carbs or things like that like a lot of people do, because they don't know what to do when they go vegetarian, because it's not easy right off the bat, especially if you eat meat your whole life. But what did help me was the fact that in me deciding to become a vegetarian, I just became more conscious of what I was eating. I started to incorporate a lot of good carbs, a lot of good fats, and just a lot of vegetables. Like, for instance, I know one thing that probably really truly helped was I love like casseroles and kind of like compilation dinners, like stuff like that. And because I was no longer eating meat, my go-to meat was always chicken. I was never a big red meat eater anyway, but a lot of my meals would consist of something with chicken put together with cheese and vegetables and whatever. So in becoming vegetarian, I had to find an alternative for my meat, and the alternative just indefinitely became more vegetables, which the better you feed your body, the better your body's going to react. And yes, you will drop extra weight by doing that. So I was just eating a ton of vegetables because there was nothing else for me to eat, and I wasn't going to turn to just pasta all the time. But even so, sticking with this whole what I ate thing, which is mostly what this is, because I will be honest and say that I rarely put in any I rarely put in any exercise. I didn't have time for it, nor do I still have time for it. So exercise was not a big part of anything. It was just a lot of eating vegetables. This is what happened. I went vegetarian. I'm eating all these vegetables. I lost, I think, like 10 pounds off the bat in less than 2 weeks. I've dropped 10 pounds. Then I am exclusively breastfeeding, which they say helps you lose weight. To be honest, I don't think it did anything for weight loss for me. I really, truly don't believe it did. What are you doing? Don't touch. No. You just paused your movie. Sorry, excuse me. I don't think breastfeeding had anything to do with my weight loss, because I didn't drop a ton of weight from breastfeeding from the get-go. Which is what most people say. People are like, oh, if you're breastfeeding, you just snap back. Well, I didn't snap back at all. Actually, as a whole, I'm sorry, I'm going a little off track, but as a whole, my weight loss journey, which I'm still trying to continue, has been going on for a total of 11 and a half months. It took me 10 months to lose all of the baby weight. So I don't think breastfeeding contributed. Does it help for some people? Absolutely. So they say. So I wouldn't necessarily discredit that, but for me, that wasn't the case. Anyway, like I was saying, so I just became a lot more conscious of what I was eating. And so I dropped those 10 pounds in the less than 2 weeks, and then I started to really feel like my milk supply was dropping. So because of that, I was looking into all the different foods you can eat that can help to produce more milk. Well, one of the things that sounded, sorry, he's walking around hitting the table, that's my phone sitting. One of the things that sounded most appealing were these lactation cookies, which consists of oatmeal cookies and then everything else added into it to produce more milk, that they say produces more milk. So this became a daily thing. I was eating these cookies on a daily basis, which for me was not normal. Like when I was pregnant, I had my cravings and I did really bad, but then I was eating really healthy and then I jumped into eating cookies every day. Yes, they were lactation cookies, but nonetheless, they were cookies. So actually what ended up happening was I gained another 13 pounds. So I had 3 more pounds on me than I even had previously because I was eating cookies every day, and a lot of them because I thought it would help my milk supply. So with that was within over like a month span, I gained those 13 pounds back. So once I realized that my weight loss had completely stopped, I had to analyze like what was I doing that was different because I was doing so well, whatever. And I figured out, I said to myself, in finding out that it was the cookies, I said to myself, you know, I'm eating cookies every day. I probably shouldn't be doing that. So it didn't matter the amount of vegetables I was eating. I was still eating twice the amount of cookies every day. Cut the cookies out entirely, and then I kept sticking with my vegetables. And I just chose a lot of healthier options. I was choosing, I still am, but I started choosing, like as far as pasta, I get the brown rice and quinoa pasta, or I get zucchini and lentil pasta. Anything that's like rich in good nutrients, like the good carbs, the good fats, and rich in fiber and protein. Fiber and protein are huge. Like for instance, being vegetarian, I eat a lot of beans, I eat a lot of lentils, and I think that also has a lot to do with it because in essence, all that fiber is cleaning out all the nasty shit. So that includes the excess fat that does help to clear. So yeah, all in all, I just maintained a healthier diet. In choosing to cut meat out, it just helped me to become a lot more conscious of what I was eating. I also try to limit my dairy consumption, which is so hard for me because I love cheese. Cheese is the only reason I can't go vegan. Truthfully, it's the only reason I can't go vegan because as much as I love eggs, I could probably cut that out like if I really truly wanted to, but cheese, and I've tried vegan cheese and it's just like not sharp cheddar cheese. So it's really hard. That's my goal one day, but anyway, however, I did actually, before I even had my son, I cut out whole milk. Well, we had 2%, but I cut out cow's milk. Cow's milk is very fatty, and there's good fats. There's a lot of good fat in cow's milk, but there's also a lot of bad fat, amongst other things that can pose as a health issue. But just strictly for the topic of weight loss, there's a lot of fatty fats in cow's milk that if you consume a lot of it, which I was because I love cereal, I have a lot of cereal. I used to just like to wake up and drink a glass of milk. I drank a lot of milk. I switched to almond milk, which has little to no fat at all. I, for a while, was doing the unsweetened. I do the unsweetened here and there, but I do prefer the original, which is still less sugar than cow's milk, so I'm not too mad at myself about it. But I do think that played a role as well. Back to talking about working out, I did try to here and there, like after I got my 6-week, okay, you're good to go and do whatever you want to do, I did the bare minimum because that's all I had time for. And unfortunately, as soon as I hit the like 8-week mark from postpartum, was when my son's sleep schedule changed and he wasn't napping the way that he was, where it gave me time to do anything for myself. So what I started to do, and I still don't even know to this day if it helped at all. I would imagine so that it did. But what I started to do was like any free few, like even 30 seconds that I would get, I would do something to pick up my heart rate. If I put something in the pan to cook, like say, because I have eggs every day. I have eggs and spinach every day. As soon as I put the egg in the pan, because I know I have at least 30 seconds until I have to like smoosh it around in the pan, I would jog in place for 30 seconds, or I would do jumping jacks for 30 seconds. Those kind of things, just to get my heart rate going at some point throughout the day. I wasn't doing it as often as I wanted to, because honestly I would just forget to do it, but I was doing it. I tried to just incorporate things here and there to get my heart rate going, because when your heart rate starts going, you start to burn calories. So that's the way I was looking at it. Anyway, I would do that. Then for a short period of time, I was able to do like daily walks. I just tried to incorporate anything I could at any point. But to be completely honest, exercise had nothing to do with my weight loss. It was truly just what I decided to start eating. And like I said, I was just going for all of the healthy alternatives. And one thing that I've always done, but started to do more because I had to find a filler in place of a meat, was just tossing vegetables into everything. I have always actually made it a point to, whatever I was making, something green had to be in it or on the side. I'm trying to keep him from grabbing my phone because he's plotting right now. Yes, I make sure that there is a green in everything we eat or on the side or something, because all in all, it's true when they say, like, if you're hungry, you can grab that 100-calorie pack of brownies, or you can have that banana that's also 100 calories. You think that because they're both 100 calories, they're both going to affect your body the same way, and that's not true. That 100-calorie pack of brownies still has bad fats and bad sugar that cling onto your body as fat, whereas that banana isn't going to do that. It's going to nourish your body and give your body nutrients and give you energy and things like that, and it's not going to affect your weight in a negative way at all. So that's just what I was doing. I started to just pick healthier alternatives to everything. I was 193 pounds the day I gave birth to my son, and as of right now, this very moment, I am 144 pounds. So I'm actually 2 pounds less than my pre-pregnancy weight. I'm not perfect. By no means am I like a health freak. I eat healthy all the time. I don't deprive myself. That's one thing that I always knew to do, was not to deprive myself. I still have my Friday pizzas, and I'll eat a whole personal pie in one sitting, or a whole calzone in one sitting, or there's weekends where I'm like, let's go get ice cream, let's make brownies, let's make cookies, and I don't go crazy, but I'm not like, oh, I'm just gonna have 2 and be good. Like, no, if I want 4, I'm gonna have 4, and I'm fine with that, because I don't do it all the time, number one, and because I know too that I've done my body well throughout the day. So I try not to punish myself. I honestly did for a little bit, and that's what probably helped the rapid weight loss in the beginning, was because I was really strict about it first. Like in the beginning of it, I was really strict because my body needed a change. So I very quickly started to lose weight. I lost the first like 20 pounds like it was nothing. And then it became more of, I had to be conscious about it. But now I'm at a point where I've peaked. I was 146, probably like about a month ago. So I lost 2 pounds. Why are you walking backwards? Watch where you're going. Maverick. He's walking backwards. Maverick, watch where you're going. And he's down. So yes, I lost 2 pounds in about a month, which is about average when you're not exercising, and when you have kind of gotten back to a healthy weight, you have to put forth the effort. So I would like to one day, if I ever find time, to add a workout regimen into my lifestyle, or maybe I'll hit a point where I become really strict about my diet again and cut all the bad stuff out for a period of time until I drop the weight. Because the good thing about how I eat right now, and this is the God's honest truth for whatever you're doing, if you lose weight in a healthy way, you don't just go on a crash diet or just do a cleanse for a week, or fast for 5 days, if you do it the healthy way and just have a healthy balance of foods, and make sure you have your protein, make sure you have your fiber, make sure you have your good fats, your good carbs, you can maintain your weight. So say I decided to, this coming Monday, I'm going to cut out, whatever, I'm not going to eat the sweets. I'm going to stop the sweets besides my iced coffees. I can't cut those out. I'm going to cut out the sweets, and I'm going to eat more vegetables, because I haven't been as strict as I was in the beginning. I'm going to start losing weight again, but I'm not going to drop the weight real fast and then gain it all back the one weekend I have an event to go to where there's cake and pasta. I'm not going to gain that weight back. because I'm doing it healthily. I will say, however, and of course I wouldn't have known this until after having my son, he's my first child, I am 2 pounds less, which is like nothing, 2 pounds less than I was pre-pregnancy. However, my body is very different. I am still like chunkier than I was because I didn't have a fit pregnancy by any means. So all of my muscle mass that I had, I lost. My thighs aren't nearly as firm as they've always been my entire life. My butt is not firm at all, which I'm really trying to work on. And I have a lot of like stomach flub, and it's not like loose skin from having a baby. It's not from healing still. Obviously, I'm almost a year in. That is from lack of muscle mass. So with that, I would probably then gain some weight because I would be gaining muscle. And so whatever, either way, you know, you have to just be healthy about it. If you want to lose it the right way and if you want to keep the weight off, you have to do it the right way, which it's not a quick fix. You have to take your time. You also have to, I forgot to mention, you have to drink a ton of water. All I drink is water. I drink water, tea, and coffee, and that is it. I don't ever drink soda. I don't ever drink juices. I've been so strict about drinking water for so long, literally years at this point. I've been so strict with drinking just water that I actually don't even crave any of the sugary stuff. I can't even really drink orange juice and be satisfied. I'd prefer water or tea or coffee. And even in my tea and coffee, I don't add extra sugar. I might add a flavoring, but no extra sugar with that. But everything is a work in progress, even with the water intake. You know, if you force yourself to drink water, you're no longer going to crave those sweet drinks. It's just how it works. Same thing with food. If you start cutting out sweets and eating more vegetables and things, you're going to not crave those sweets anymore. If like sweets is a habit of yours, you know, that kind of thing. It's everything in moderation. Everything in moderation. Like you can never beat yourself up. If you have one day where, and this is what I had to do for myself as well. If you had one day where you were bad, you ate like crap all day or even all weekend, don't beat yourself up about it. Just return. He's like, who are you talking to, Mom? Hi, baby. Don't beat yourself up about it. Just go back to your normal eating the next day. You know, go back to the healthy eating the next day. Or the mindful eating, I should say. It's not necessarily a healthy lifestyle. It's a mindful health style. Don't do things you know is not going to do your body right. And you'll lose weight. You will absolutely lose weight. And as far as water intakes, I'm sorry this video is like all over the place. I'm just like, I should have written stuff down, but I'm just having like thoughts pop in as I'm sitting here talking about it. As far as the water intake goes, one thing you need to know too, when you're trying to lose weight and you're using water to help you do that, you're going to retain it first of all. So be prepared for that for a good like 2 weeks. So don't get discouraged if you don't lose any weight for 2 weeks because you're taking a lot more water. It's 100% normal. But in order to lose weight using water, Tootie Pants, I heard that fart. I wonder if that camera caught that. You have to drink, as far as ounces, like I get the 16 ounce bottles of water. Your butt stinks, boy. That was stinky. You have to drink, take your weight and divide that by 2, and that's the amount of ounces of water you should be drinking a day to help you lose weight. That's how much water you should be drinking. And at first, like when I did like 193 pounds divided by 2, that's like 80 something ounces of water. I was like, that's crazy. I did it. And at first I was like, this is crazy. This is a crazy amount of water. But you have to think too, which I didn't think until after I started losing weight, was, oh, well, once my weight drops, then so does my water intake. So I don't have to force myself to drink an entire case of water in one day. So yeah, I have peaked. I'm not as strict as I was. I don't have time to exercise. I am at a healthy weight, so it will be harder to lose weight. Now I have to put forth more effort to lose more weight at this point, but I did lose all of the baby weight in less than a year, which at first felt like forever, but time flies, and it didn't last forever, and here I am. I feel pretty damn good about myself 90% of the time at this point, and I'm also proud of myself because I did it the right way, and I tried hard to lose the weight. You know, I didn't just do a quick fix or deprive myself or do anything that you know, is regrettable or anything like that. I feel really good about myself and about how I went about it. Everything that I mentioned will help you lose the baby weight. Keep yourself healthy. Try to rest up as much as you can, which who has time for that? Honestly, if you have time, take advantage of it, because that is a big part in weight loss as well. But that's pretty much it. You just have to be healthy. You have to have a mindful diet. That's what I call it. It's a mindful diet. And here I am, back to my pregnancy weight. So that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. I hope that I was of any help at all. I hope this was informative. I hope this encourages any of you watching to keep a mindful diet and do your body right, because in the long run you will feel so much better about yourself. It really is a way to keep your mind happy as well. If you're feeding your body right, everything just works better. Everything is just better. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and the little bell next to it to be notified every time I post a video if you are interested in seeing more from me and my family. And just thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.